The gap. The gap. That is what I want us to think about and talk about on this week's episode of Minutes with MinistaMike. The gap. See, the gap represents the distance, the disparity, the difference between your current state and your desired outcome, your desired state. Your current state, an individual's current state, and their desired state, their goals. And it is often addressed through coaching, all right, through personal development techniques and all that. So I want to ask you today, what is your growth gap? What is your growth gap? That is what I want us to think about this week. There is always a gap. No matter how high you've gone in life, no matter how low you are in life, there is a gap. There is a gap between what you are experiencing in your life right now and what you want to experience. That is the gap. You can address that by personal development. You can address that by seeking coaching. But what you cannot deny, at least for your own good right now, all right, is that there is a gap in your life. It might be financial gap, it might be spiritual gap, it might be a relationship gap, but there is a gap. There is a disparity between your current state right now and your desired state and the goals that you want to achieve. What are the importance of identifying this particular gap? It motivates you. See, when you identify areas in your life that is due for improvement, it stimulates motivation in you. It helps you to set your goal, to say, see, this is the gap in my life. This is where I am. This is where I want to be. I am on 50,000 naira every month. I am on $500 every month. I want to get to $10,000 every single month. What must I become? Not only what must you do, but what must you become for you to go from $500 earning to $10,000 earning? For you to go from 50,000 naira earnings to 5 million or 500,000 naira earnings. Do you understand me? There is a gap, and when you identify that gap, it motivates you, and also it helps you to track your progress. See, it provides you a clear measure of your personal growth. It helps you to see your development over time. When you identify the gap, you are able to see, 2022, this is where I was. 2023, this is where I am. So even though the gap has not really fully closed, it has moved from here to there. It is closing. It is closing gradually. It is closing gradually. It's not, and you can also discover, maybe it's even widening. Maybe it's even expanding. That is one of the importance of identifying the gap. It helps you to track your progress or the lack thereof. It also helps you to self-reflect. You'll be able to see yourself in the right light. It encourages you to introspect, to look within yourself. It leads you to have a deeper understanding of your strength, and it also helps you to identify some key weaknesses that are widening the gap for you. Do you understand me? And that is one of the key importance of it. You are able to self-reflect, and it now leads you to personal development. I said it that one of the key ways for you to close the gap between your desired state and your current state is personal development. And when you identify this growth gap, you are able to develop yourself. It serves as a catalyst for self-improvement. It serves as a catalyst for achievement of your aspirations. See, as you go this week, this is what I want you to do. You need to develop some daily habits. Number one thing is to goal set. You have to set goals today, this Sunday, this Monday, this Tuesday. What do you want to do? What must you do to close the gap between your individual current state and your desired state? What must you become to close the gap? And it will help you also to set up a feedback mechanism. See, you need to seek feedback, and that is one of the habits that I will encourage you to develop today. Actively seek feedback from mentors. Actively seek feedbacks from your peers, from your coaches, so that you'll be able to identify areas that is due for improvement. Also this week, I want you to learn to learn from opportunities. See, you need to learn opportunities. There is an habit of learning opportunities. You engage in continuous learning. Do you understand me? That's how you can identify the new opportunities around you for you to be able to close the gap that is in your life. And it helps you to develop skills so that you can close the gap effectively. And like I said before, a daily habit that will help you close the gap in your life is self-reflection. Regularly reflect. Do you understand me? On your personal progress. Regularly reflect on areas in your life that needs growth, on areas in your life that needs development. And finally, action planning is very important. If you identify everything and you did not take immediate strategic action, it will not lead to anywhere. The gap will keep growing wider and wider. So develop concrete plans, develop concrete action plans with measurable steps. All right, you need to be able to measure the steps that you have to take so that you'll be able to facilitate progress and so that you'll be able to breach the growth gap that is in your life. So this week, I want you to go and identify the gap, identify the growth gap between where you are right now and where you desire to be. Thank you, and I will talk to you next week. Bye for now.